Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. This article comes to you guys from Mike over at Light Reading. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So on the announcement yesterday that Mike Sievert is maybe departing the company early and being replaced as the CEO, it has mixed feelings and mixed reviews already amongst the financial and the analysts that are a part of the industry. There's already big mixed reviews, right? So I speak with some of them. They're shocked and surprised, and rightfully so, right? I know we discussed this already in an earlier video, but it's true. It really should have mixed reviews. Usually when a person leaves, retirement is one of the reasons. But if you've had a successful run, as successful as Mike Sievert, and he still has, he's still young and still has years on his contract left, why the sudden change, right? So since Mike Sievert has been the CEO of the combined company, the bigger company, Sprint and T-Mobile, he has increased the stock, or helped increase the stock, by 180%. I mean, they've had a successful run. So now why is he leaving, right? So some of the analysts, and I've said this as well, there's a corporate shift, right? See, sometimes those CEO changes reflect more substantial corporate adjustment. So there's a corporate shift that's taking place at T-Mobile, and it's bigger. I feel it's bigger. It's a bigger shift than what's being realized right now publicly. And that's just, reading between the lines and having a future outlook. That's where I'm coming from. So it's definitely an interesting time and a bold move at this juncture for the company. So Mike Sievert at the Capital Markets Day last year, right? They presented their guidance, right? Where they wanted to take fiber, but they presented it with caution, right? They told him, hey, look, temper expectations. We want to start slow. We want to do open access. We want to remain pure fiber. We really don't want to get into copper, and we want to really learn the know-how. We want to take this slow, right? That's how they initially presented it to the market. So the market's like, okay, well, we're fine with that. We continue to see growth on the wireless side, the pure wireless play. We see the numbers, the financials, everything's increasing. So we're fine with you guys starting to branch off and getting into some other businesses to create revenue, drive profits, right? So now you make this change, a leadership in that position, the CEO position, and you bring someone in that is focused on convergence, fiber expansion, and a digital first strategy. So now if you're signaling to the market like, hey, yes, we're just going to go crazy on fiber with this new leadership, then the market is going to judge you on your position. 12 to 15 homes to the fiber to the prem, and it's going to take till 2030 to get there. That's a drop in the bucket. It's a very, very small scale comparing that to the competition. So now the market's like, okay, you want to go all out. At first, we thought you were going to slowly get into it. You were going to, temper expectations, let us learn. But now if you're going to start shifting and making this huge corporate shift, then we're going to judge you on that, and you're going to be behind, right? So I'd almost say that maybe the right move should have been letting T-Mobile's team, the current leadership team, really learn the know-how and kind of grow into this versus removing a CEO that has the track record that Mike Sievert has, right? If it was any other CEO that the company's struggling, they can't grow, financials are down, investors aren't happy, board members are complaining, then I would understand. But at this juncture, this is going to be scrutinized, and there's going to be mixed reviews. And there's going to be some analysts and financial analysts that are going to want an explanation, right? They're going to want an update at another conference or and you best believe at the earnings calls and conferences, if those changes haven't been announced publicly, they're going to get asked questions. So they better get ready for those questions. But if this is a big corporate shift, which I really think it is, then get ready, right? For you guys that watch the channel, the consumer, get ready for way different practices, right? Going back to taking costs out of the business, moving, and it starts small and it gets bigger. It's not just price increases, right? Because that's already happening, but outsourcing all of customer care again overseas could be a part of that, right? Taking further costs out of the business. All of that can transpire from a more corporate focused company, because we're seeing that now with other companies that are wanting to take costs out of the business, right? And I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not trying to say it's doom and gloom, but it's definitely a huge shift if they go through with this. Something at this juncture, I don't know if it was necessarily necessary. Now, I have admitted, and it's true, right? Mike Sievert and his team, they really don't have the expertise to just go crazy on fiber and the wireline and that business, right? Maybe they want to do enterprise, right? We really don't know the full plan behind the scenes as to what they really want to do. They only tell us bits and pieces, even though these conferences and these analyst days and capital markets days are 3 hours, we still only get told bits and pieces of what they really want to accomplish over the next 5 to 10 years. And they could be wanting to own and operate. That's what this move could signal. Really, to own and operate a wireline business, not leasing it back, owning and operating, getting into enterprise with wireline. That's what they really could be shooting after, because that's a huge cash revenue driven business that they could be wanting to take part in. So all of that is a possibility, right? Right now, the speculations can go anywhere you want to take them, right? Because of just this move, just replacing Mike Sievert, a successful CEO with a proven track record, replacing him and filling him in with a person that has ran fiber in Europe, that's been successful there, and you put him in that position. Now the speculations can go wherever you want them to go, right? So just wanted to talk about that in this video since this article dropped. I'm sure some of you have your opinions. Check out the article. Definitely a very interesting article. It even says here that T-Mobile officials rejected the premise of the Handelsblatt report. Sievert loves his job. And like I said, he does. He loves the job. He would only be moving out of that position because of what Deutsche Telekom is trying to do with the company. And Mike Sievert agreed, right? Behind the scenes, it already happened. The fact that the reports are coming out, whatever the decision is and the moves and the changes that are coming behind the scenes, I guarantee you guys the changes have already been agreed to. Like Mike Sievert already knows the day he's departing, when this is happening. He already knows that. And he already probably knew that back when they first announced this new COO coming. He probably flew out to Germany. He probably sat in the offices with Tim Hodges, I think is his name. He's the CEO of Deutsche Telekom in Germany. And they probably met in Bonn at the headquarters, and they probably discussed all this. Stuff like this doesn't just happen like within a few months. This is like years and years of stuff and talks that they've had for a very long time. So this is already a done deal. To close out the video, I know it's not official, I know it's speculation, but behind the scenes at T-Mobile, this is already a done deal. And now we're just waiting on the official details. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have mixed reviews on this as well. Let us know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace.